Welcome to the Diary of a Beautician. This is your host Shah. Tune in every Sunday evening from 9 p.m. to listen to my podcast from the health and beauty industry via my website. It's also available for you to listen to on Spotify and also on YouTube. We're also discussing various topics, stories, news, educational, historical content. Please head over to my website and subscribe to some great monthly content sent to you as a monthly newsletter. You can also book my services from the comfort of your home. Website address is www.shashalondon.co.uk. You can also follow me on social network, Instagram at shashalondon84, Facebook shashalondon, Twitter shashalondon. I am also on LinkedIn as shashalondon. If you have any questions, feel free to send your questions to me via social media, or you can email me at shashalondoninfo@gmail.com. So, welcome back. Thank you everyone for tuning in once again to my podcast. I hope you'll find it very informative and enjoyable. For those who are joining me for the first week, thank you. Thank you for passing by and tuning into my podcast. And again, I hope you will find it enjoyable and informative, okay? So, this week I am going to be discussing a topic about nail care. Right, so for a lot of you, you may not know what nail care is. For me, I classify nail care as hands and feet, so taking care of the hands and feet. And in my line of work as a beauty therapist, also known as a beautician, we provide various of treatments to regards to nail care. So we do manicures, which is for the hands, and pedicure, which is for the feet. Okay, now with the manicure and with the pedicure, there's various type of treatments inside that service that we can provide for you. So normally you would get a cleanse or an exfoliation and sort of type of hydration with a lotion or moisturization, and then you will follow with a nail polish or a gel or acrylic. Okay, for longer treatments, intensive side for treatments, or for those type of beauticians or nail techs who like to do more health aspects of the feet, they may incorporate some type of Reiki, massages, and other various treatments that they can put inside of the manicure and pedicure. But it really comes down to the individual, so based upon what the client requests for their treatments, or what the beautician or the nail tech feels is best for the client, they would recommend more services inside the actual manicure and pedicure treatments. Okay, so you can get these treatments from, as I said, on your high street with your salons, with your mobile therapists, beauty therapists, or you can get them in spas. Okay, but they all do things differently. They never really do the things exactly the same. So it's whether you go, whether you find that are operating in a way that you like, or providing you with the treatments that you like, then you will be going to that particular place. So for me, it's one of those things that we're, as a beautician, we always do manicures and pedicure. It's a really highly sought after treatment from our our women clients to our men client. We always are in demand with these type of treatments. And the real reason is they really are really good treatments. They're really nice. They're really relaxing, and you get to see the benefits after the treatments. Now, I'm not saying that every person that you will go to will give you an amazing experience, or one where, as I said, you've seen your nails or your hands and your feet done, and they just look amazing. Hands look great and hydrated. Not everybody takes care of all aspects of a manicure and pedicure treatment. But when it's done really well, it is a really, 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 really relaxing and well sought after treatment. And it's something that, as I said, many men and women get done weekly. And, for the gel and acrylic, sometimes every month, okay, because they last longer as opposed to with the normal nail polish. So, story time. I'm going to give you a little story. So I used to, when I was younger, like in the 90s, show my age, in the 90s, it used to be like normal nail polish, and then you had acrylic, or you had like fiberglass or wrap. And then later on down the line, 2000s, later 2000s, gel shellac came on the scene, and yeah, and they kind of took over with the acrylic and the wraps and stuff like that. They were different types of methods, and I will be going over that on another podcast episode. But the acrylics, just to break down the acrylics, you're going to get the nail technician or the beautician doing using like a powder and some like liquid solution to formulate the nail. Sometimes they can put like this is what they used to do back in the days. They used to put like a fake nail underneath, and then they apply the acrylic on top, okay, and then shape it to the design that you want. Back in the 90s, it used to be square shape, okay? It was all about the square shape nails. Now, 2019, we've got various shapes of nails, okay? You've got the almond shape, you've got the coffin shape, you've got the ballerina shape, you've got the pointy shape, you've got so many different types of shapes. But back then, it was just that straight French manicure look. Everybody thought they looked fly. Everyone loved them. It was the thing to have. Now, when you're going on to the gels and the shellac, this is just an application like a nail polish, where they're just applying it to the nails and then curing it under a UV lamp for like 30 to 60 seconds, depending on the lamp. And the gel polish or the shellac polish cures the nail to your actual nail. And then I think you apply it. So basically, you apply like a base coat just to protect the nail. Then you apply the two application of the color that you want, and then you put a top coat to seal it. And all of those, through all of those sessions, you will have to use the lamp to cure the polish, okay? And then they like wipe it off with like, they use like a little it's like a nail polish remover, but it's not, and it just kind of cleans it. So if there's any residue left over, it's not there, so you're good to go. And those gel and shellac usually last for like 2 to 3 weeks or even longer, in some people's cases. But yeah, so that's kind of a little breakdown of the gels and the shellacs and the acrylics, okay? Oh yeah, also you've got today the dip your nails dip into a powder form. So again, it's application of applying like some sort of adhesive on your nails, and then you're dipping it into this powder, then brushing off the residue, then applying the adhesive again and dipping it in again, and then you get like a coat of color from this powder form. And that's like more up to date sort of treatment. So there's various sort of treatments for the nail care. And as I said, with me, I started out with the acrylic in the 90s. I then went on to shellac and gel. I did try the dip as well, but I didn't really like it. I just didn't think it really worked for me. But I really love gel and I really love shellac. So I was, doing this frequently because I was trained in it. I was able to do it at home for myself. So I bought a little kit and I was doing it. And then I later went to a company, a renowned company that's been in the business for like over, I think, 30 years or so. And I trained up with them, learned how to do the gel application, and then started providing that to my clients. And as I said, I was just addicted to this thing because it was just so easy to apply, and it was just so easy to not worry about your nails chipping. I did enjoy painting my nails. I am that type of woman that love her nails and her, my hands and my feet getting done. So and it is a little bit difficult because as I am a beautician, I have to do various other treatments that require me to remove my nail polish. So when I could have time to get my nails done, I was getting them done. And when I couldn't get them done, then I had to, remove the products on there and, get back to work. So yeah, I was doing the gel and shellac quite frequently on my nails, and I loved it because it was this I was able to just have the polish on and not worry about it, like I said, chipping and that. However, it caught up with me, because what I started to see was my nails were getting weak. So when I didn't have the product on my nails, it just felt weak. And then when I put it back on, it felt strong again. So I became so reliant on it. I was so addicted to it. I didn't feel I needed to stop doing it, because I know the nails wasn't as strong as it was, but it wasn't a problem, if you get what I mean. I didn't have any like irritation or any problems with it. Anyway, time went on. As I said, I was going to salons, I was going to spas. If they had it, I would get it done. I was just addicted. And there was one time I was getting it done, lady was doing it, but I don't know if she was curing it right or she did it right, but it didn't seem right because they chipped. And I think I've had a lot of people saying that to me, like, how do I've just paid how much money on my gel polish and they've chipped. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I said, okay, it's just how they've applied it. They haven't applied it right, or they haven't set the lamp to the correct timing. So it hasn't cured, and hence why it's chipped or it's come apart. So I had the same incident where the girl hadn't sorry, let me take that back. Well, she's a young girl to me, but the young woman hadn't applied it correctly, hence why it didn't set, and it chipped, and I wasn't happy, so I had to go back again and get them reapplied. And I started to feel a little tingle. I don't know if it was just my imagination, but clearly it weren't, because what happened next was not of my imagination. So I felt a little tingle in my tips, but I just thought it was because maybe she's put the lamp on the higher setting. And then after that, I started to feel the tips after like a day or two. My tips were itchy, like around the walls of my nail plate. So where your nails are, around the walls started to feel itchy. So I was itching it, and I thought, oh no, what's happened? But again, I was just too busy. I was working and living my life, and I just didn't pay any real mind to it other than when it was itching. And then, like, how many days after that, I started to see these little tiny blisters under my skin, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I eaten something? Have I come into contact with something? Oh my God, I hope I haven't catch any disease or anything. But lo and behold, I didn't do anything about it. I just kind of ignored it and got on with it. And now it's at that point where I'm literally washing my hands with product, as you do when you go to the toilet, applying my products on my skin, and it's actually now irritating my hands. And I was like, no, there's something up. But did I go and see anyone about it? No. All I did was just literally kept on, applying, it's like a really base type of moisturizer on my hand that didn't have any scented smell or anything like that. I just kind of kept it basic, and it started to the skin started to like blister up, and then it started to peel. It was just really gross and really nasty, and I just carried on like nothing was going on. I kid you not. Anyway, I thought to myself, after that scenario, let's just give gel and shellac a sleep. Like, we're going to put this to sleep. We are no longer going to be using this on my hands. I'm not even going to try and attempt to do it. And I'm just going to leave it alone. So you're probably thinking, okay, were you doing treatments with people? Yes, I was. However, I was wearing gloves, so I didn't come into contact with the product itself. So I was fine. So I left it for like over a year, because I got more bookings for like body treatments as opposed to the nail treatment. When it wasn't as many as the body treatment, so I wasn't in contact with it like that. Anyway, as I did, a year later, I was coming up to my birthday. I thought, oh gosh, I should get my nails done, as you do, nails, the hands and the feet done. And I went and got it done, and yes, as you can, to your demise. At first I was going to get a normal polish, and I thought, why not go out, get a gel done. And I tend to not get a gel on my feet because when I put the nail polish on there, or whenever I get nail polish on there, it lasts for ages. I don't know why, but they do. Maybe because I'm not doing so much with my feet other than just walking or covering my feet with shoes, compared to the hands where you're always doing something with your hands, right? It tends to last long. So I always just have normal polish on my feet, and then the gels were just on my hands. So anyway, I went and got my nails done, and again, it just didn't feel right, but I still went ahead with it. Again, it popped up, the blisters, the itching, the soreness, the peeling, and I said, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna do gels ever again. I'm gonna stay clear from it, not touch it ever again. Okay, so as I do, because I work in the industry, putting my gloves on, doing the works, and then there was a demand of having gels done, and again I left it for like another year now, so this is like every year I was kind of just escaping it, and there was no problem. So yeah, and just not being, I should have gone and got some help. I just ignored it, because it was just clearing up, because I knew what I was doing, how to help clear it up. So anyway, a year later, got inundated with loads of gels at the place of where I was working, and there was even one point I think I didn't even have gloves on. I was just doing them, and it obviously got onto my hands, and I felt something, but because I was so busy, so tired, because I was literally just like working, studying, and home life, I just, you're tired, but you're just still going. And then it was just like going home, having a bath, and then going to the bath, and I'm like, this water is actually hurting my fingertips. What is going on? And then I'm just looking at my fingers, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many blisters on my fingers. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Oh no, I'm back here again. And this time it just got real bad. Like, it just went from, so when I was having this happening to me before, it was just on one hand. This was on like both hands. So I was literally unable to do as much things I would like to do with both hands. So this time I had to go to my GP because it got out of control. And then when I saw the GP looked at my hand. He's like, look, it's some type of dermatitis from whatever products or something you've used, which I was explaining to the GP. Like, I know exactly what this is. I've had this done to me before, but this has just got way out of control. Like, what should I do? I have been using this in the process, and it has helped, but it clearly ain't helping this time around. So the GP advised me to use this type of steroid thing, and I thought, oh my gosh, but this is like a chemical burn from the polish, so is the steroid going to be any good? And it's like, well, and also I lost sensation in my fingertips as well. That's how bad it got. Like, I kid you not. So it was peeling, loss of sensation, these little blisters under my skin. It just looked gross. And I had to stop working for like literally 2 weeks. There was just no way I was able to provide any service with my hands in this position. It was just really bad. So I was really annoyed at myself because I should have known better. But also, it kind of woke me up to the fact that, gosh, I'm a professional, and I'm just too busy and too tired to even, take time out to sort myself out. I dread to think somebody who, is a client who's had something like this happen to them, and they don't know what it is, and they've kind of just ignored it, and it's created more of a problem and hindrance for them on a long-term basis. So, that is the story. Yes, it cleared up. Yes, it healed after the 2 weeks. And I had to be very stringent on products I was using on my hands and cooking and even water. It was crazy. It was just a nightmare. So that was my story with regards to the nail care. Nail care comes in different forms, as I said, either just having the nail technician or beautician doing a basic treatment, which is just cleaning your nails. So just cutting your nails, filing them, cleaning up the cuticles, possibly buffing it to give it a lovely shine, like a natural shine on your nail plates. It looks like you've actually got something on your nails. or strengthening your nails while having a hot oil treatment. Yep, you can have a hot oil treatment on your nails to help strengthen them and keep them nice and strong and healthy and hydrated. Or you could have like a paraffin wax. Again, it's one of those treatments a lot of people don't tend to do anymore. But it's really beneficial in the sense of it helps to hydrate the skin. It helps those with arthritis or osteoarthritis, applying that warmth and hydration into the hands. It's just a lovely treatment. Or you could just have, like, as I said, more of the beauty aspect, because that's more of the health aspect. The beauty aspect, you've got where people tend to just do the gels or the shellacs or the acrylics, just really putting on the false nails, painting them up, putting all the Del Montes and the crystals and the colors, you name it, going in on your nail itself. And for me, I've learned that the health aspect always comes first. I've learned through my mistake not taking care of my nails on my hands. My feet I always took more care of, because I knew, just knowing how I like my feet to be taken care of, and I know how important it is to take care of the feet, but equally I should be doing the same thing with the hands. So, knowing that nail care is just taking care of those two areas, your hands and your feet, not just having the nails, done up really nicely. It's also applying treatment to your hands and feet that will help your hands and feet. Okay, so like for your feet as well, having a pedicure, most of the salons that you see on the high street just cater to the nails, but I don't cater to the feet. I like to cater to the feet. I like to provide more massages, okay? And that will help stimulate the feet, stimulate the blood flow, help with any areas of the feet that you may be having problems with. If you're having more calluses or hard skin or athlete's feet and things like that. I've even encountered people having fungal nail and not knowing how to treat it, and actually, instead of doing just the nail painting, I was actually treating the fungal infection, okay, and doing treatments like that over, a space of like a week or 2 weeks, doing those treatments to heal the toenail and heal that condition. So for me, it's more or less about the health first. It's always health first. With all treatments, health comes first, then the beauty aspect. I've had clients come in and ask me to have that done, but when I looked at the nails required another action, or the feet or the hand required another action. So I had to advise them, I know you came in to have this done, but I advise you to have this done instead, just based upon what I've seen and what I would prefer you to have right now. So it's always good to provide the client with the best treatment, with the amazing treatment, but you always want the right treatment for them. So I was reading an article some years ago, and I still have it because it's quite important, and it's a shame that it was written so a little while ago. I think it was in 2008. It was in a BBC article, and they were talking about a particular chemical called methylate. I may have said it wrong, but whoever will know. So it's called methacid. I think it's called methacetylate or methylate. So it's a chemical that's found in the shellacs and the gel polishes, and also in the acrylics. And this chemical can cause severe itchiness around the hands or around the body. So especially on the fingertips, which I had described in my story. And this was, stated from the British Associated of Dermatologists. So they've obviously seen a growing number of people coming to them via their GP or gone straight to the dermatologist, and have seen that this type of chemical has created havoc on the human skin. Okay, and this, again, like I said, it's mainly occurs due to the fact that the persons who's applied it haven't applied it properly, the UV lamp not being set at the correct temperature, And also, if a person is unwell, that's another thing I didn't even mention. If a person has a low immune system or has a low immune system and susceptible to certain diseases and stuff like that, or conditions, or highly a bit more sensitive, or have allergies as well, maybe these treatments are something that you wouldn't recommend to them. Okay, you want to make sure that it hasn't got this particular ingredient. So let me spell it, so because I think I've said it completely wrong. So the spelling of it is METHACRYLATE. Okay, so that's the name of the chemical that the British Association of Dermatologists had found that has created these itchy rashes under the skin, which occurs when these product gets into a person's skin, into their bloodstream effectively, and create havoc. Okay, and what they were saying, probably about 2.4% of people, so 2.4% of the general public have been affected by this condition. Okay, and what they're basically saying in this article, just for people to be aware when they go and get these treatments done, that it's hard. Again, it's kind of hard, because what do you say to the general public how to be aware, because it's really just applying and putting under the lamp. So just ask your beautician, or your nail tech, has these products got any chemicals in it that can irritate me or cause irritation or allergic reaction? Are they free from, a lot of these nasty toxins that can cause irritation or allergic reaction? And they can openly, honestly say to you yes or no, or they don't know. They should know, because it's a part of their training. We get told what's in the ingredients and what people are more inclined to be allergic to. We are in a society today where people are more allergic to various things now, even down to certain vegetables. So why would you not be allergic to something man-made, chemically made? You know what I mean? It's not impossible. It's very much happening and has happened. So just ask, if you're unaware and it's the first time having a treatment like that, just ask your beautician, okay, or your nail tech. Also, apparently the actual chemicals also found in like eyelash glue as well. So again, another thing that I didn't even know. And when it comes to like eyelash glue, tinting, things like that, you need to have a patch test done, because if you go and just get them done and you don't know if you're allergic to this glue, then you're in trouble, because that's on your eyelid, which you should all kind of know. Your eyelids, or the skin around your eyes and your eyelids, are very thin and can create havoc on your eyes or your sight. So getting a patch test done when it comes to the glue, when it comes to you having eyelash extensions or eyelash tintings or brow tinting, you always need a patch test done. And maybe that's something when it comes to gel polishes and shellacs and acrylic, there maybe need to be some type of patch test, just to see whether a person is allergic to the products that's inside those ingredients. Okay, so for the beauticians, if you're doing many of treatments like this, wear gloves, wear them, because there were points when I was doing these treatments, I wasn't wearing gloves. Okay, and that was my error, that was my bad. Wear them, because it's a form of protection, because again, over exposure or overuse of this product getting into your skin, into your bloodstream, can create havoc, which can cause allergic reaction. Okay, so for the beauticians and nail techs, wear your gloves, okay, for form of a protection. And again, for the clients, try not to have as many treatments with the gel, shellac, or acrylic. Try and break them down throughout the year. So yes, okay, you can have them. Fair enough. And maybe you've never had a reaction. Fair enough. But it's always good to give your body a break from these treatments and just have something normal, natural. Just allow your nails to breathe, allow your skin to breathe, and focus more on the health aspect, not just on the beauty aspect. Okay, it's beneficial for your well-being, and it just gives your body a break from all these chemicals, right? So try and have a break from these treatments. Try and incorporate something natural when, in these breaks. And you'll see the benefits from that. Okay? So those are some solutions to that. So I hope that has been informative for you guys. I hope you understand the Nailcare. I will be revisiting it again because there's so much more I want to talk about it, but in the short space of time, it's impossible. But yeah, Nailcare is about just taking care of your hands and feet, having various services and treatments for the hands and feet, and just being aware of some of these services that are available on the market that can create havoc on the natural nail and the skin, and how to treat it and how to avoid it as well. So tune in next week, and I hope you all have a great week ahead. Thank you for listening.